Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Pastor Manny here. This is a ministry we have here at called Looking Up. And Monday and Thursday, Pastor Bob and I share an encouraging thought for the day. However, I'm doing it Monday and Thursday because Pastor Bob is on vacation. And yeah, happy to be here. I hope you all had a blessed weekend. And let's get right into the word, all right? I'm going to be reading from Matthew 9, verses 9 through 13. And it says this. As Jesus was walking along, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at his tax collector's booth. Follow me, Jesus said, and be my disciple. Jesus said to him, so Matthew got up and followed him. Later, Matthew invited Jesus and his disciples to his home as dinner guests, along with many tax collectors and other disreputable sinners. But when the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with such scum?" When Jesus heard this, he said, "Healthy people don't need a doctor, sick people do." Then he added, "Now go and learn the meaning of this scripture. I want you to show mercy and not sacrifices. For I have come to call those who think they are, I have come to call not those who think they are righteous, but those who know they are sinners." All right, so this is such an awesome portion of scripture. We have Jesus encountering a tax collector named Matthew. And as some of you may know, but for those of you that don't, tax collectors back in Bible times were looked at as pretty much scum, like the text said. And they weren't looked at as good people. They were looked at as, they would cheat. Yeah, pretty much lowest of the low when it comes to people in society there. And so he calls out this tax collector named Matthew to be his disciple. He says, "Follow me." And look how Matthew responds. Matthew gets up and follows him. The first thing that we can learn from this is when Jesus calls us to follow him, we need to get up and leave behind whatever thing, person, a job maybe, anything that is going to keep us from following him completely. And this is something that we learn from Matthew that he just responds to right away. And that's something for us to think about. Is there something in our lives that is keeping us from following God completely? And may we have the heart of Matthew to just leave it behind and to follow Jesus completely. So let's continue. Matthew invites Jesus and the disciples to eat with him and with a bunch of his tax collector friends. So you could imagine the kind of conversations they were having, right? Maybe there was probably some swearing going on. There probably some unwholesome conversation happening, right? Or maybe talking about cheating and lying and stealing. But Jesus puts himself in a position for his reputation to be slandered, right? Because these people aren't good people. And the Pharisees come and they ask his disciples, like, "Why does your teacher eat with such sinners?" And I like this. I like what Jesus does because, first of all, the Pharisees care more about their appearance of holiness. And compared to Jesus, actually, he understands what it's like to have the love of God. He understands what the kingdom of heaven is like. And the kingdom of heaven is for all peoples, right? The kingdom of heaven does not discriminate on who gets in and who gets out. And the kingdom of heaven is available to everyone. And Jesus is exemplifying that, right? So for us as followers of Jesus, how should we respond that way? We need to be just as open to talking to people that we may think that are disreputable sinners and things like that, right? Because in reality, that's who Jesus talked to. And so, we have to be careful not being like the Pharisees and caring more about our reputation than about witnessing and saving people, right? And bringing people into God's kingdom. In 2 Timothy 5, chapter 5, I believe it says, there will be people that will have a form of godliness, but denying its power, right? And so that's our challenge for us today is for us to really know and experience God's power. And let's go ahead and finish it out. He says, "Now go learn the meaning of the scripture. I want you to show mercy not offer sacrifices. For I have come to call not those who think they are righteous, but those who know they are sinners. And this is the last point that I want to make. We are all sinners. We have all fallen short of the glory of God. People who think that they can enter the kingdom or get God's praise because of that they are good, Jesus says here, like, that's not what the kingdom of heaven, that's not who he came to call, right? Because people like that honestly can't be saved because they rely on their goodness to save them instead of relying on the transforming power of Jesus to save them. All right, so that's just my challenge for us today. That's my thought for us today. Be people of God's kingdom, right? That's who we want to be like, and we could experience God's kingdom daily. We can bring God's kingdom daily when we are walking like Jesus walked, and we are walking in his spirit. All right, have a blessed week. Take care and have a great day.